version of the game does not matter at all because none of the glitches are in your favor, no matter what. We've spent a lot of time, and by we I mean like me, Mug, Controller Head, a few other people, like spent a lot of time trying to find glitches in this game to help favor us. They don't exist. So the first RNG aspect of this game that I'm going to come across is Poppy. So Poppy can do one of three things. He can do a fast bomb, he can do a slow bomb, or he can do the dance. Preferably, you obviously want the fast bomb. The fast bomb saves about 2 seconds. Slow bomb's about 2 or 3 second time waste, I guess. And the dance is about 5 seconds gone that you'll just never see again in your life. From here, the biggest technical part of this game is lag reduction. This game can be extremely laggy. So the tree climb, the screen before going into the tree is all like you want to kill enemies and try and reduce sprites as much as possible. So with I believe it's King, yeah, Yogurt going into Wispy, the ideal drop is 6 apples basically right away. So no matter what, Wispy's going to drop 3 apples in a group, whether or not it's going to shoot some wind gusts at you or what you want, it's going to drop 3 apples no matter what. So ultimately what you want is 6 apples immediately. Going into Castle Low, for beat the game or any percent sake, this level is not too bad in terms of lag. It's when you start doing all items that's when this level can be extremely laggy. You're going to see them grab the microphone right away and just swallow. If you use the microphone, it's 6 seconds gone. It's the worst, I guess, ability in this game. I should talk about abilities a little bit too. So there's no abilities in Dreamland 1. This is Kirby in its purest form. You'll see a couple power-ups come up, like the mic, for instance, curry, and what I call the mint leaf. So it looks like Yogurt is not going for something we call the curry kill on Low and La. And it looks like Jumpy is going for the curry kill. So the curry kill is a very tight timed kill, where if given the right RNG and the right pattern of the Low and La boss that you see right now on Yogurt, he can one cycle the boss with the curry. Otherwise, if you can get a quick 3 cycle without the curry, it's about the same time save as the 1 cycle. However, getting that 3 cycle in Low and La is super rare. Going into Float Islands. Float Islands is a beast of a level. I personally think Float Islands is the hardest stage in both extra mode and in normal mode because there's so much movement, there's so much lag reduction that needs to be done in these levels. You want to take as minimal damage boost as possible because once you get to the boat segment, it's super laggy, especially if you grab the mint leaf or the curry by accident. So there looks like they're going to try to do something called the wall clip here, where if you can hold and maintain your up input, you can have it so Kirby doesn't descend down towards the Gordo, and you can just go right through the first block of that wall. So it looks like both players... Oh, nope, it looks like Yogurt accidentally got to curry. So he's going to try and not use this curry at all, because since there's so many sprites on this screen, shooting curry just absolutely destroys this game in terms of lag. Both getting the star at around 415 to 420 on Float Islands is phenomenal. This is a very good race right now. Very good run for both of these runners. Kabula in normal mode, pretty easy. The same pattern. She's going to start from the bottom of the screen and work her way up. She only has 2 attacks. She can do her tri-attack, which is not favorable, but I mean, it's not terrible. She can also do a staggered 3 attack, which is the one you want because you can dodge that one the easiest. But again, Float Islands is a very technical level. A lot of jumping, a lot of moving, a lot of knowing where to reduce lag. Going into Bubbly Clouds, this is by far the longest level of the game. both of them opting to go bottom part of that cloud. We do a couple of us do something called a proto strat, where if you can get the jump input just right, you can get on top of that cloud and you can move ahead basically without much fear of falling down. Alright, my fault. I apparently was way ahead of everyone else because I apparently had the wrong commentary stream open. Alright, now we're back in. Alright, now let's get back into Bubbly Clouds here. So, where everyone's at right now, in extra mode, you can actually despawn that corner enemy. So, going into Krakow Jr. here. Krakow Jr. is. There's no RNG pattern at all to Krakow Jr. It's literally run to the corner or run to the middle of the screen, dodge the cannonballs, run back to the right and hit him with the Waddle Doo that comes out. Jumpy is a little scary right now with 1 hit point. We'll see what he can do. There's a glitch called the waterfall glitch. Let's see if one of them can get it. Looks like Yogurt opting not even go for the waterfall glitch, but it looks like Jumpy got it. The waterfall glitch doesn't save much time. It maybe saves a half a second, if that. Simply because you don't have to wait for the power-up time, so to speak. Oh, it looks like Jumpy just got clipped by that Gordo. So Gordos in this game, I haven't talked about them at all, do 3 damage per hit in every stage except for World 5. In World 5, no matter how much health you have, they will instantly kill you. So heads up to that when you see them go into the next level. The Starfall room here that you saw Yogurt just get out of and Jumpy in right now is pretty safe. The biggest lag reduction there is just understanding when to mash down the blocks. So Yogurt right now going into, I would say, the biggest RNG mess right now of the run is Krakow. Krakow can do whatever Krakow wants to do. Ultimately, what you want to have happen is Krakow just spits out the Waddle Doos, and you can jump back and shoot him right him back in his face or his eye or whatever it is that he has. A lot of times Krakow will shoot its beam and swoop down and not give you a Waddle Doo at all, and that wastes a ton of time. Also, if you're not placed correctly, or if you have a Waddle Doo on the screen as Krakow wants to swoop, instead of swooping down, Krakow will traverse across the top of the screen. And then from there, you're just at the mercy of waiting for Krakow to come back to the proper spot to either beam or let go of a Waddle Doo or swoop down again. So not a bad kill for Yogurt, and even with the death on Jumpy's side, not a terrible time at all. Both had pretty alright Krakow kills. So going into Mount DDD here, you basically have 4 paths. In normal mode, we choose to go into low right away because when Kirby lands after sliding on his face, you're closer to that door. So that's the door we just choose right away. Going through here, this is just a boss gauntlet. You're refighting all the previous bosses again. So again, you have to fight Krakow, another great RNG mess. There's not much to say through here outside of just hoping you get good patterns in Lolo and La, good patterns in Wispy. Kabula is really not a big issue at all. Yogurt going for something called the Gordo clip, where how I said that Gordos will instantly kill you if you touch them. If you take damage and use your iframes, you can walk behind a Gordo or clip behind a Gordo and go into the door immediately, which is something we've been doing for a while now. There is also like a 1 or 2 frame window that you can do, in that when you walk into a Gordo, if you duck and slide and press up within the 1 or 2 frames that the Gordo's at the top of its peak, you can actually get into the door that way as well. But it's extremely risky right now, and it's really not super RTA viable, although these 2 runners have been trying to do it. Let's see, what else in World 5? Really, the only hard, quote-unquote hard, part of these gauntlets is probably going through Float Islands. Float Islands, once these runners get there, has a pit just full of spikes. And spikes do half of your health bar. So if you have a full health bar, which is 6 hit points, and you fall into the spikes, that's 3 hit points gone. If you fall into a pit of spikes and you have 2 hit points, you lose 1 hit point. So it's important not to dive into these spikes unless you're just explicitly going for the Gordo clip. So here you can see that Jumpy got a pretty good Kracko kill, better Kracko than Yogurt here. So it kind of like changed the pace of the run a bit. These runners are gonna suck in the squishy, and the squishy is that squid or octopus that you just saw. They're gonna take that all the way down with them and break that first enemy, and from there just run underneath the spinning head. So Jumpy going into Wispy now. There is a Gordo clip that you can get here. Let's see if Jumpy goes for it, and Jumpy is going for it. I would say that Gordo clip is pretty scary, because if you get caught on that corner, it's a death basically, because you don't have a lot of time for your iframes. So Jumpy getting quite a few puffs to start, which is not super optimal. If you get 3 apples and 2 puffs, and then 3 more apples, again, not an optimal pattern, but it's definitely very good. So Yogurt going into the Wispy fight now as well. Jumpy going into DDD. So something that was discovered a 2 months ago is something called the double hit DDD, which Jumpy is going to try and do with 3 health. What it requires some very specific patterns from DDD, and what it is that we have something called a task spit, where if you spit an object out of Kirby's mouth and press down within the frame while the spit animation is going, you can do something called an instant spit or instant action. And it requires you to be within pixels of the next object that is being shot out right now. Jumpy actually getting some decent luck right now with DDD there for a while. DDD has 4 different attacks. DDD can slide, which doesn't create a star, but it's his fastest offensive attack. He can do something called the suck, which is its slowest attack and something you just do not want at all. If you get sucked in as Kirby and shot across the screen, you have to wait until Kirby hits the edge of the screen before DDD will do something again. DDD will do something called the dive or the jump, and from there he will jump and create 2 stars, which creates the double hit for the DDD. So you eat the first star, shoot him quickly with the task bit, and then grab the second star right away and hit him again. Then he has the hammer, which is his fastest star creation that he can do, and that is time for Jumpy. And we got 12:28 on Yogurt and a 12:54 on Jumpy. Both good marathon runs, both good race runs as well. GG to these guys for sure. Again, sorry I was so far ahead with commentary. I apparently had the wrong link open, so again, I apologize for that. Hopefully I didn't ruin anyone's Saturday. So these are the credits. If you want true credits, what I call true credits, you can be extra mode, and extra mode will give you the name of every sprite in the game as well. So yeah, if you don't know the story behind Dreamland, DDD stole all the food in Dreamland, and Kirby is out to save him. Out to get the food back, basically, for all of its friends. All of its friends that don't exist yet. Anyway, guys, that was Kirby's Dreamland. Fantastic run. Give me some more GGs in chat for Jumpy and Yogurt. So next up, let's see, I gotta pull the schedule real quick. Next up, oh, we got Quirk. All right, next up we have Quirk from. I'm gonna butcher your name. C-Rule. I'm gonna call you C-Rule.
It's Cruel.
Cruel. There we go. I knew it in the back of my head. Cruel. All right, man. I've definitely watched plenty of your Quirk runs, so I should know how to pronounce your name. All right, guys, we have Quirk up next with Heading Out 99 RMS. Can you give us a brief introduction to that category?
I mean, I'm pretty much going to be explaining the entire thing as I go along. I mean, the run is more than long enough for that. So
for sure. All right, guys.
Whenever you're ready, let's get this show on the road and show you guys what the best of all memes is right here.
This speed run is actually pretty cool. So, do you want me to give you a countdown?
Sure.
All right.
More
guys,
than long enough for that.
3.
So
for sure.
Let's
all right, guys.
Whenever you're ready, let's get this show on the road and show you guys what the best of all memes is right here.
This speed run is actually pretty cool. So, do you want me to give you a countdown?
Sure.
All right, guys. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, welcome everybody to